the way that bees sort of showed us that the potential to find new structures in their honeycomb. What we did both in the previous paper and in this current paper is sort of showing the first steps towards finding the rules to collective construction.
If you want to minimize construction materials but standardize and have a fixed volume for each one of the cells, hexagons are the way to go. The bees need to sometimes deal with conditions that don't allow them to create a perfectly hexagonal. That tension between wanting to minimize material and dealing with these geometrical constraints is exactly the kind of problem that we pose to them.
We 3D print the same panels, but the pattern is different from what the bees would like to do on their own. And then we check how they deal with that situation. And it's trying to simulate what happens in nature when the bees are building in a tree or a cave with irregular conditions that don't allow for a nice regular hexagon.
If you slightly give them smaller cell sizes, they suddenly just abandon the cells. They just cover all of the cells with wax and start from scratch. There's not like this regime of structures that they're following. It kind of showed me that there's this specific strategy.
If we can learn from the bees how they do it in a more systematic way, that could lead to new designs. We're also interested on basically how they build, because it's not too dissimilar from 3D printing. They create little balls of wax and they put it on top of something and they keep adding and adding and adding until they build the structure. We also would like to learn how they organize the work. And you can think of you're building something in space and it's done by a bunch of little robots that work together. That working together part is not trivial and they are really good at it. So in that regard, we could try to understand a little bit how they do it and implement it in some man-made system.